Hi everybody, welcome back to the Pixar Cars Thomas and Friends channel. We're going to have some fun today with our gold Play-Doh. We're going to make Thomas out of solid gold Play-Doh. We got this Play-Doh from the Jake and the Neverland Pirates playset. We actually have two playsets to get lots of gold Play-Doh. And we told the kids the other day we're going to make Thomas out of gold Play-Doh. So first thing we're going to do is get that gold Play-Doh out of the containers and put it into a ball. There, that looks like enough. I hope it is. My big worry with making this with gold Play-Doh is I won't have enough gold. But look at our other set today. Look what we had. We had lots of Play-Doh, different colors. And look who's up here. Who's on Papa Cranky Crane? Can you name that person there? And what show is he from? I bet you can tell me. Just put it in the comments section. And over here we have Billy getting some oil work done on his wheels. Of course there's the mechanic, gets her Topham hat. And what's the name of that crane? Who can name that crane? I know his name. And there we see one of the buses. It's not bulgy. Or is it? Yes, I think it is. And over here hiding in a corner, you can just barely see him. But who's that fellow there? Okay, let's get back to making Thomas. First thing we always do when we start these videos is make the base out of black Play-Doh. I happen to have a brand new container of black. I'll take out some of that and make a nice small rectangle of it, and then we'll cut it out. Let's get some black out of there right now. Uh-oh, I just made a mistake. Look, this is solid gold. His base is gold too. So we have to make the base and the wheels and the boiler and the top. The only black on this is the cover on the back here in the window. Uh-oh, I hope we have enough. Well, let's get some of the gold Play-Doh and make the base. And we'll put the wheels on it next. And of course, when I'm making my base, I always use a piece of track to flatten it, to make it nice and flat like a rectangle, and then we'll cut it to the exact dimensions of the real base. And there, that looks about right. It's a good sized triangle. I mean, a good sized rectangle. Now we'll make the magnets, and they're just made by a bit of Play-Doh made into a circle. Push it flat, and then put some white on. See, I have one made already. Just a bit of gold with some white, and I got some more white in my hand here. I'm gonna make it into a ball, push it flat, and press it onto the gold, and there we have our magnets. Now let's install them on the base. There, we have one on each end now. Now let's make the 6 wheels and 6 hubcaps. And we have 3 axles, which are just toothpicks, cut short. I'll squeeze through here, and then I'll attach the wheels. Let's get the 6 portions of gold for the wheels first. There, now there's my 6 hubcaps and 6 wheels. Now to make a wheel, you just take your finger and press it down, and put the hubcap on. Now let's install that to the base. I carefully added the 3 axles into the base, and now I'm going to push the wheel on. Now let's do the other 5. Now there's the base. It's all ready to go. We're going to put that aside while we build the body and put the black stripe and the black top on. So let's put this over here by Sir Topham hat, and we'll start making, there's a big long base here next we make to put the boiler on. We'll get some gold Play-Doh and roll it flat, and we'll cut it out to match this part right there. Then we'll build the rest on top of it. There's a nice sized portion there. Now we can push that flat and use a roller. We can nice and thin to make it the same thickness as that. Okay, that looks about the right size. Now we'll cut it out to match that base. There we go. Now we can build the rest. We'll start with we're going to build a big rectangle here, and then we'll cut the notch out, and then we'll put it on right on the back of this right there. Okay, that came pretty good. I got that piece mounted right there, just a rectangle cut. Now I'm going to make, looks like a rectangle with the top cut off and round it for the boiler. There's a good sized piece to work with there. We can work that down with our track to get just the right shape, and then we'll trim it before we put the front on. This whole thing is gold, even his face. So I took that rectangle and I cut the sides off of it, and now I'm going to mount it right on the base. Okay, now I'm going to add a smokestack for the boiler filler right there. So I take a little bit of a toothpick to make a small hole, and I'm going to put in some gold Play-Doh into that hole. And it stays better when you do that. There we go. Now we're going to make where the face goes. The whole front is gold. So we'll take out a small portion and make it into a ball, and then we'll turn it into a cylinder shape and mount it right there. Just like that. Now we can make it a little bit thinner, and then we'll cut it the same length as that. Okay, so that came really good. So now I'm going to make a small hole here to put in the smokestack. I'll put some black into there too. That looks pretty good. Now I'm going to try and carve his face into the Play-Doh. So I'm going to put it on pause for a second, see how I can do that. There we have Thomas's face carved on the gold front of the new gold engine. Now let's install him onto the wheels. Looking pretty good so far. Now let's add the black here, and here, and on the window, and then we'll add some red stripes across the top. First I'll get the black Play-Doh, take a small portion, and roll it really thin to cut the top of his eye. Okay, and that came really good, see? Now I'm going to make the small red stripes that go over his boiler. I used to make little tiny snakes and put them on, but now what I do is I take some red and roll it really flat and cut little strips and put them on. Watch, I'll show you. We'll take our nice portion of red and we'll roll it as thin as we possibly can. Get little thin strips. And there, that came pretty good. I also added the black stripe here on the bottom, same as on this one here. Now I'm going to try and make number 1 from yellow and put it on this side, so there's no mistake, and this is Thomas. It's really hard to make numbers with the Play-Doh because it's so small, but I'm going to try using my little tiny knife to cut out number 1 and put it right there. There's no mistake in that for Thomas. That's number 1, not quite as neat as the real one. So let's put them side by side and have a look at our gold Thomas versus Play-Doh solid gold Thomas. And there we go, Play-Doh solid gold Thomas and real solid gold Thomas. And there, of course, is regular Thomas. We have them all. Let's put them on the track over by Sir Topham Hatt to see what he thinks. Sir Topham Hatt and the mechanic were amazed. They couldn't believe solid gold Thomas from Play-Doh looked so much like the real one. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you liked our video of making Thomas the train from a gold Play-Doh from our Jake and the Neverland Pirate playset. Thanks for watching and have a great day.